Was the man alone? What if there were more men in the house? She jumped as something banged down in the sitting room. It sounded as if the coffee table had been tipped over. Lucy kept her back to the wall as she moved slowly along the hallway to her bedroom. There was a flash of lightning, and she saw a giant shadow cast across the bottom of the stairs. She turned and ran towards her bedroom. She hurried inside and closed the door. She went to her wardrobe. It was one of her favourite places when she played hide-and-seek with her friends. She opened the door. It was her favourite place, but they always found her eventually. She closed the mirrored door just as another flash of lightning showed her reflection. Her blonde hair was in disarray. Her skin was pallid, and her eyes were wide and fearful. Then she was back in darkness. Under the bed. She could hide under the bed. But wasn't that the first place anyone looked? She stood in the middle of the room, panting. She had a sudden urge to hug her bear, but she had dropped him in the hall. She heard a squeak from the stairs, but it was immediately blotted out by a long roll of thunder. She remembered something her father had said before he'd left. He'd been talking to her about what to do if there was ever a fire. Keep low, he said. It was the smoke that killed you, not the flames. But if there was too much smoke or the heat was too bad, she was lucky because she could escape through her window. The window overlooked a garage, and it wasn't a big drop, and her father had said that if she was ever in danger she could get out that way. Lightning flashed, and she hurried towards the window. It was raining, and the drops were splattering against the glass. As she pushed the window up, water blew in, soaking her face. She climbed onto the windowsill. Her father had told her the safest way to drop would be to hold the windowsill and lower herself as far as possible before letting go. Her nightdress was already soaked, and her hair dripping wet as she eased herself down. Just as she was about to lower her head below the sill, there was a flash of lightning and she saw her bedroom door opening. She let go of the windowsill and fell backwards into the rain. Chapter 2. Tommy O'Keefe banged his NHS walking stick on the floor.
I need to go to the fucking toilet and I need to go now.
He glared around the room.
I'm going to piss myself again.
There were 15 people in the day room, but no one was paying him any attention. Mrs. Kincaid was in her usual spot, a high-backed winged armchair by the door. She was counting on her fingers. No one knew for sure what she was counting, but that was what she did, hour after hour, day after day. 3 female residents were sitting on a plastic sofa facing a television set showing an Australian soap opera. Their combined age was just shy of 270, and they had all been transferred from a home in Bradford which had been gutted by fire the previous month. All were in various stages of dementia and clearly had no idea where they were.
For fuck's sake, why won't anybody help me?
Shouted Tommy, and he banged his stick again. Sitting at a table by the window were 2 men playing dominoes. Charlie Cooper was in his late 70s, with silvery grey hair that was slicked back, and he was peering at the dominoes through horn-rimmed spectacles. An old wooden walking stick was leaning against the wall next to him. His playing partner, Billy Warren, was about the same age, but looked a fair bit older, with pallid skin and watery eyes. Charlie was wearing a corduroy jacket over a plaid shirt and a wool tie. Billy was more casual, as usual, sporting a black polo-neck sweater with the sleeves pulled up and Levi jeans. There were 55 dominoes in total, from 00 to 99. When they had first started playing, they had used a 6 set, but the games went too quickly, and the one thing they had plenty of was time, so they had switched to the larger set.
We should get one of those clock things, said Billy.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.